We'll start by creating a prototype of our application and testing it. In GeneXus, there's no difference between creating a prototype and implementing an application. When we need a prototype, we will generate our application on a specific platform, which is the same thing we'll do later when we are ready to implement our final application. If you recall, when we created our knowledge base, our KB, we started by defining what the implementation environment would be. Besides defining the name and the location of our KB, we also selected a generator. In other words, the language GeneXus would use to generate the application programs and to create and to modify the database. At that point, some preset properties were also available, such as the default DBMS SQL Server. So we still need to enter the database name, specify the server where the DBMS is located, and the type of connection we want to establish with the database. We'll hit F5 and GeneXus will ask us for this information and proceed to generate and execute the developer menu. The developer menu is a program that GeneXus runs automatically so developers can immediately test their applications. Once the runtime environment has been fully configured, if we hit F5, GeneXus will carry out any pending steps that are necessary in order to run the application. By executing the developer menu, we'll have access to all of our objects. Let's stop for a minute and take a look at the build option in the menu bar. We'll see that F5 corresponds to running the developer menu. So we select this option and we fill in the information that's still missing in order to define the runtime environment. We enter the name of the database, the DBMS server name, and the connection type. We click Finish, and within the Output panel we can view the process that was initiated by hitting F5. Let's talk about what we are seeing on this screen. This is the Impact Analysis Report, in which GeneXus shows us the physical changes it will have to carry out. It's showing us that it will create the table for the attractions, and this in it displays the structure, the indexes, and the foreign keys. And we can see the same thing for country. And the second level of the country transaction, which corresponds to cities. If we hit Create, GeneXus will create the tables in our database. It's the messages for this task that is occurring that we are seeing in the Output panel. Here we have the developer menu from which we can access both of our transactions.